see.
Can anyone hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you, Linda.
Oh, good. Okay. Wasn't sure I clicked on the right button.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
There she is.
Sitting outside.
How are you?
It's still nice out. Yeah. It's whatever out. I know she's like, where do you want to do it? I go, outside works. There's no bugs yet here, so.
Take advantage of it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's Strudel. The dog's name is Strudel. I'm gonna go, hang on a sec, I'm gonna turn this. Be easier, I think. Yeah, that one.
Oh, you've
Is that
got a
better?
hand around your head. Isn't that
Oh my God. I
She's got
do.
like a crown or a crown maybe.
Yeah, a crown.
Or a
That is.
halo.
Oh
I
my
think it's
gosh,
a
that's
halo.
funny. It looks like a
You're
halo, doesn't it?
positioned perfectly. Don't move.
Oh, funny. Oh, wow. Let's all breathe here. This has been an interesting time. Let's see. I have it recording. Okay, good. So, I don't know who else is gonna come in, but we'll see. So, are y'all snuggled in there, Linda? You look all cozy.
I'm also I got the comforter on my lap with the cat on top of that. This is where I snuggle every night with the cat.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, wow.
Karen's
Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn it back this way because then I think I can see everybody. It's so weird on my iPad. I can only see one person at a time. So, okay, it's all good. All good.
Looks like Karen up there. Karen.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, Karen.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
And Jennifer. Hello.
Hi.
Jennifer.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Diane.
Diane.
It's Diane. All right, look at everybody pop in. This is awesome.
That's because we're all home.
I told her, I said, everybody will come because we're all home.
Nobody has an excuse. Otherwise, why aren't you at home? Oh, funny. Well, let's just kind of all start by connecting and breathing, as we know to do here. And we're just going to connect with our beautiful soul, heart energy to everyone physically on the line first. And then let's open it up to everyone that's part of this group. And then we're going to open it up to everyone on the planet, that they be blessed and receive remembering and calm and peace from which we gather tonight. Very good. So I just was talking to Sue, and I had awareness this morning. It was time for us to connect, and just really just hold an energy and a space for what we know to be true, no matter how this is looking, and what's the noise out there. We want to remember we cannot not be okay, right? So let's breathe into that. So I'm gonna share a little bit first, kind of give you an update of my adventure on this side of the country. So I came down March 3rd, and before I came down, I was with Mara for 18 days straight, and she goes to me, when are you coming back? And I said, or my mouth said, which was soul speak. I said, well, supposedly I'm coming back on the 17th. But I said, I'll probably be driving back. Ha 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 ha. And, this is before everything cooked up as now. And so she called me like 4 or 5 days ago and said, when are you driving back? And I said, oh, well, yeah, I guess I am. I thought I was just kidding. She goes, your soul remembered it, not me. And I went, okay. And then, so it wasn't because I was afraid to fly. It was because it wasn't there. And we don't know how come, right? So I proceeded to get a rental car. And then Sandy, the gal that I've been staying with down here, she goes, oh, I just heard we're supposed to advertise this on Nextdoor. Now, I don't know if you guys know what Nextdoor is. It's kind of like a village Facebook. It's just within neighborhoods, and you can advertise different things. So we just put on there, is anybody need a car driven back to Minneapolis from the villages? And the morning I was getting the rental car on Tuesday that I was going to leave, we got a response back. And we tried calling back, no answer. She tried texting him, no answer. And I said, and she's like, oh no. And I said, Sandy, if he gets a hold of us before we pick up that rental car, then it is to be. Otherwise it isn't, So literally the Hertz rental car is 10 minutes from her house. We're in the car driving to the rental place. We get a phone call. And he's like, yeah, I'm just, calling you back, blah, blah. And we're like, he said, well, my granddaughter is buying our car from us. She was going to fly down and drive it back. But now because of everything, she's not flying down. And we said, okay, can we come over now? He goes, I just came back from the mechanic and had it all checked out. Sure. Literally 5 minutes. I show him, I give him, I said, don't you want a picture like my ID or something? I feel like whatever. And he goes, sure, takes a picture of that in my thing. And he goes, here are the keys. I was like, this is surreal. You know what I mean? Like, wow, look at this. And so now I have my car to drive back with. And I'm not on a time scrunch. You know what I mean? I don't have to be back by a certain time either, because from a car, you kind of have to tell them when you're going to drop it off. So then also that morning I had I'd heard to call my friend Chris, who I went through leadership with, and she lives in Marietta, Georgia. So we were talking, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I was just talking about you yesterday, my neighbors. You got to come here and do some appointments. She goes, I was just telling about the Avasia. So I end up driving up here, and I've been here for the last 2 days. So you just never know. So I'm feel like I'll be leaving in the morning, and I'll be making my way that way, and I'll probably make it to like Kansas City area or somewhere in there. I feel like tomorrow. So we'll see where I end up overnight there, but it's an adventure. But again, it's just being okay with not knowing, and then allowing the magic to unfold. It is that time. So, I mean, logically, you would never think somebody just hand you keys to a car and say, here, drive across country. So anyway, so that's my story. Why don't we go to Jennifer, since her picture's showing up for me first.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Mm-hmm.
That was a lovely, lovely story. I loved that. Thank you. Thank you. I love the way you demonstrate all this, Julie. It's just beautiful.
Oh,
So thank you for sharing that with us.
yeah, you're welcome.
Today I got totally thrown off my center. But I kind of made my way back.
Nice.
I woke up not feeling great, just a little fatigued, and then around noon, like I'm feeling feverish. I'm getting worried. And I went into fear big time.
Mm.
And I lay down. I took a nap, just kind of checked out, and or not checked out, but
Lay down.
settled down.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped a bit. And then afterwards, I worked with myself with a technique that I've learned, and
Uh-huh.
I found my way back. And what I realized was it's ironic because during this time I'm working at home this week, and I'm like, oh, good, I'll have time for myself. I've taken zero time for myself, I realized. And I've been keeping track of the news too much, and that kind of got me spinning. And so I took a bath right before the call, and I feel much better.
Good. Good for you. Good
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And don't you feel grateful that you know what you know?
Oh my goodness.
Because if you didn't, I mean, you could be like cuckoo cuckoo right now, like a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And then when you invited the call, I'm like, this is perfect. So thank you for joining us tonight too.
Oh, yeah, you are welcome.
That'd be fun.
Thank you for showing up. So, why don't we hear from Sue next? Hey, Sue.
Well, it's been obviously an interesting time. I think we all are finding maybe our balance in all of it, or at least maybe I should speak for me, because obviously it's thrown everyone into the same situation. And of course, being retired, I have a tendency to, not do a whole lot. But I see everyone around me home here, and it's just interesting. I attempt not to follow news, but I do like to get some bullet points, and I don't know if that's the right term, probably
Hard
not.
points?
Hard points. I like to just get kind of a sense of, what's going on. And I do know we're going to be okay. I do know that. And I've always wondered how this was going to come about. And this is the beginning of a new time. This is the paradigm shift. It is. And nothing will be the same ever after this period, which is changing constantly. We have no idea how one day can morph into the next. So it is keeping the balance, keeping the center. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing, basically, just doing that.
Good. Yeah, good for you. So thank you for sharing, and thanks for showing up and holding the light.
Of course.
So, Linda, why don't we hear from you next?
Well, I'm just sitting here at home every day, but I'm making good use of that time, I think, because I'm doing a lot of people on Facebook are putting on live streams, seminars, and I've been doing that constantly. I think my husband thinks I'm off my rocker, but it's been very helpful, really. And Qigong, we've got Spring Forest Qigong. Shuni Lin is on there every day for 30 days. Deepak Chopra is doing 30 days. It's all very helpful, I'm finding. And it's really keeping me centered. I'm doing exercises and meditations and centering. And but I will say I had a little blip when my son came home from work and said, well, we got our first sick guy I'm sure it's the coronavirus. He's gone. He's on his 2 weeks. I'm, you know, and then there comes that little bit of fear, like, oh, you know, we're self-isolating, but our son lives with us, and he's. But I got past that real quick. But it was like, I realized I am vulnerable. You know, I thought I was really doing so great that I was going to be fine. But I do think, like what Susan said too, is that this is going to be a shift. And we've been waiting for a shift. And we hate to think of it coming this way. But no matter what way it came, it probably wouldn't have been very pleasant. So that's a positive outlook on it. Now we're here. And
Yeah.
and there's so much positive response on social media and other places too. A lot of people are putting on those webinars, and it's all very cohesive. But I just feel like a lot of people are connecting. So I'm feeling okay about it. Like Susan said, I think, you know, we'll be fine in the end. It'll be a better place to be. So we just watch it every day and keep on with our practices.
Right, right. So great. Well, thanks for showing up and shining your light with us tonight. So
Thank you.
yeah. Karen, Karen D, are you there?
I am. I missed this last time you hosted it. I was in Seattle at the time. I was dog sitting for my daughter who had taken a trip to Hawaii, and so when all of this was happening, I was there 10 days. And the only night I could see her was the night you had this Zoom meeting. So, but I went back to watch it, and I wanted to tell you that the energy of it was so healing. You know, sometimes we forget about how we put energy out at a moment in time, at a point in time, and we think that's the only point in time the healing happens. Just by watching it, I could feel the energy of the group, and it really lifted my soul. So I want to thank you.
Oh.
When I got back, I had at work, I have a brand new team, and I had an offsite planned. And it was supposed to be in St. Louis. They live all over the country, and they were all going to come in, and they of course stopped the travel. So I did not, I watched kind of the fear, you know, and how people reacted and things, but my team was really quite good. One person was a high-risk person, was afraid to even go out of the home, but I created a virtual meeting, and I set up Zoom, and it wasn't even a day before, it was like a half a day before, they announced that we could not use Zoom anymore because it would use way too many resources on the network, because we were going to be, you know, you have a 300,000 person company that's all going to be virtual. And you never think that you're going to plan for something like that. When you do all your business continuity planning and everything at a big organization, it's all about some sort of system going down, you know, and how you recover it. And this was totally different. It was like, we have the lights, we have the, you know, everybody's going to be in their own facilities. And so I've always had a home office, so it was really easy for me. I mean, there was no setup for me. It seems normal to me. It seems normal to me to be in my home. But where I really saw the change was, you know, with my work, just everybody being virtual, how respectful everyone is. Even people walking, you know, they're just, it's not like they're sad or anything. I just think it's much more of a contemplative time for people to look within. And that's what it's been like for me. It's been more about every morning centering. Every morning, I ask the universe to kind of show, you know, my sub-personalities, I'll call them, to align to the master plan. And then just and then I just trusted, and you wouldn't believe how my meeting was amazing, because I didn't want to follow any old patterns of directing everything. I wanted to really want to see the team evolve, and I was so excited, and it was great. I didn't want to go in with any hint of fear energy. You know, people, you know, is this going to be good enough? Are we going to cover enough? Or, you know, all these things that you typically put in your head before you go into a meeting. I wiped all that out and just trusted. And it really was fantastic. I feel like my children, my friends that I haven't talked to in months are reaching out with texts, you know, and connecting. And I always just send them good love energy. You know, it's a moment to heal anyone that is searching for that. And then personally, reading this book, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's fascinating. And Sue, I would like for you to take a look at this one. It has 3 stages to it, but it's a detoxification where you clear things, and there's 3 stages of it, and the 3rd stage actually transforms the cells. So there's some really, it's, you know, letting go, it's that shedding. Like, now is the time to let go of anything that's old, anything that doesn't serve us anymore. And I think we can do it in different ways. It's through our meditation, it's through, you know, just taking care of our physical body in a certain way. I think I'm talking too much. I'm gonna stop there.
No.
But that's my week.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I mean, great information, and just thank you, Karen, too, for giving us that work perspective too, you know, because a lot of us aren't necessarily in that corporate world. So so thank you for holding the light in that space, because that's really required too.
But
So
the biggest thing is to start your day centered. I can't even stress how important that is. I do that exercise of yours, Julie, where I bring everything in. It's because we need to be centered and grounded to help everyone that needs that help right now, including ourselves. Really, again, don't ever forget about yourself in this equation. It's probably the most important thing, because if you are, then everyone else around you is.
Yeah, because it just emits from there. So good, thank you, and thank you for sharing. Diane, why don't we hear from you next?
Sorry, I had to unmute. For a couple days ago, I had my almost 4-year-old, almost 2-year-old grandchildren here for a 2-night sleepover. They were here for 3 days. Well, you know, nothing like having little kids to brighten your day and tire you out. But that was just, it just puts everything into perspective when you have just really little ones over. And so that was super fun, a lot of laughing, you know, just made forts and played, and we stayed here. We didn't go anywhere because, you know, we couldn't. But so that was really fun. So having them, was tired, but felt very positive after that. So it just kind of lightens your life. I have these little ones around. So
and they just help you remember what's true.
Exactly.
You know?
And yeah, what's true here is, you know, these little kids. Oh my gosh, so pure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, well, good. We're glad you joined us, and thanks for sharing your light tonight. Let's see. Is Pamela on the line? I thought I saw her. No? Pam?
Yep.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
There you. Hi.
Hi. I missed the very beginning, so we're just talking about our our week and what's been going on?
Yeah, just what's been kind of happening in your world.
Right. Well, I work at a school district, so yeah, there's a lot going on. And mostly I work in food service and trying to feed kids who are on free and reduced meals, who are used to getting 2 warm meals a day when school is on, and now they're not. So
Yeah.
there's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I was on a webinar this morning trying to figure out how that all is going to look. And yeah. So there's yeah, the schools, yeah, just you have to go with what the governor says and this and that. And yeah, everybody's a little bit high tense right now. Yeah.
Are they doing the virtual learning there too?
Well, we just got out of school on Monday.
Oh,
So
okay.
we won't start that. And a lot of people don't have Wi-Fi and machines and everything. So we did a lot of surveys to try and figure out who needs help with what. And yeah. So yeah, I've been working, I guess.
Yeah,
and at the
I guess.
same time, I got a cold and a headache, and I just decided I just working from home the last 2 days. Well, nobody's going in tomorrow, so I am get payroll and some things done I need to actually do physically. So yeah.
Well,
yeah, and overall, like Jennifer said, I mean, you're busy and you think you're going to have all this time to, you know, do stuff for yourself. And so hopefully this weekend that's on my docket.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. Well, thanks for showing up. We're so excited to have you. Let's see. I believe, is Trudy on the line? I wonder if she didn't see the email. Because she doesn't always turn on her computer. Is Karen, the other Karen, on?
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Can you turn on your camera, Karen? So we can
not
see
yet.
you?
I will be in a little bit. I just came in from being outside, so I'm still taking out clothing. And
oh, okay. Well, we don't require that.
Oh gosh. I don't know what else been shared. Like I said, I just got in, and it's been interesting. It's been like Pamela said, and well, actually Diane even said too with the kids. We went for a walk the other day, and it was so fun to see all the kids outside. They had all their bikes out there, and they were playing basketball, and that was the older kids. The little kids were running around, and it was so cute because all I could see was all this childlike energy being grounded into Mother Earth, so that the rest of us could really feel that support. And I just felt my heart was just so grateful and for all of that, because I thought, you know, they're the ones who know, and they're the ones who remember, you know, even more so. And it was just a beautiful reminder, and to just play and be grateful, and remember our good health that we are all innately born with. Yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of interesting things going on, but it's like I just remember all of that.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. Glad you could connect up with us live.
Yeah.
So
nice of you to leave the light on for us. You're behind.
Motel 6, baby.
I will say there's one more thing I want to add though. In all of this remembering, there has been moments of deep release, and body's telling me, like I said, my remembering's telling me one thing and body tells me another. So it's, like I said, it's been just that I guess diligence to remember.
That's well put. Yeah. Diligence to remember. I like that. So, well, thanks, Karen. Thanks for showing up.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone I missed? Is Lauren by any chance on the line? She didn't sneak in? Okay. Did I miss anyone? because I don't get to see. I'm using my iPad, so I don't see everybody that comes on. So I feel like what we want to do is kind of do a group, like, yeah, that. I don't know. Is that who? You might want to mute your
Sorry about
thing.
that. I think
That's okay.
we're
Okay.
hubby's
Yeah,
been cleaning carpets and I didn't get upstairs fast enough. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's better.
All right.
What I feel like we want to do is do a group meditation, meta invocation. That's what B's telling me. So let's breathe into that. A meta invocation. Meta invocation. So let's just breathe. Let's put our hands on our hearts and get really centered. And as we take this life-giving breath into our beautiful physical vehicle, let it be part of the remembering and the life-giving energy to our physical vehicle that it is. Let us consciously breathe and energize each and every one of our cells. And I am going to have everybody mute so that on the replay it can be fluid experience for people. And so as we breathe in and nourish ourselves, imagine every single cell turning on its light, activating into higher remembering for what is required from the vehicle at this time. Trust the body knows the way. Let's keep breathing. And now on each droplet of oxygen that's going to each cell, place a heart. And not only allow the oxygen to nourish the cells of the remembering, but the heart's energy as well. And feel it going into every single cell in your vehicle. Allowing your whole self to be bathed in this universal love. The living our very essence, love. And now as the body takes that in, we're going to add an orange. So we have the pure light of source, the oxygen, we have the heart, and now put orange on top of that. And allow essence to more fully enter your vehicle and nourish, energize, and alchemize every single cell in your body. And now see all these beautiful cells encircling your immune system and energizing it and bringing it to a new octave for what is being asked for in this time. And notice how the body responds to this light, to this love, to this essence energy. And now see your whole system as one huge circuit circulating source, love, light, and love. And your essence energy. Power it up through your heart, through the high heart. Expand. Oh, clearly. Ooh. Let it radiate from your beautiful radiant heart out to the whole planet. See it like a fountain washing over Gaia, Mother Earth, and all sentient life on the beautiful planet. Feel everyone touched by this calm and love and peace. And see the ignition of remembering occurring within each soul, no matter where the human is. And now see the soul igniting the human to remember what this time is for. This is the great apocalypse, but not how humans have thought of it. The Greek definition of apocalypse is revolution, unveiling of truth. And isn't that what's occurring? And as we soul sync up this fountain of light, love, and essence, let us all merge together and amp up the power of it even more. Touching every tree, all the water, all the land, all the plants, animals, insects, oceans, life in the water, every single human being on the planet, allowing them to experience that peace that surpasses all understanding. And now, let's raise our consciousness up above the earth and hold hands with all the angels, all the ascended masters, all the light beings that are supporting us on our behalf here. And just see how the earth is radiating and glowing with this light, love, essence energy. Remember your masterful self, the master soul you are. Call it forth from lifetimes, from other times, from other planets, from other dimensions, from other timelines. Bring it all into this now. And breathe in the strength, the power, and the uniting force of love. And now we're going to slide back in through this love, light, essence portal that was created back into our bodies, bringing us all the way back in fully to our physical vehicles that have agreed to take our souls through this time. Feel the shield of love, light, radiance that dissolves anything other than love. And start to wiggle your toes, move your feet, your hands, and slowly breathe your eyes open. And let's come back to now. So let's anchor this experience by having everyone share in a short sentence or 1 or 2 words what you experienced with that. And maybe something you might have even remembered or recalled. Karen Hodgson, do you want to start?
Sure. I felt a sense of peace, of calmness, of release. I felt my body let go of the anxieties and the non-beliefs that's been hanging on to.
Nice.
And the white light is the shield, and that gave me in my body, a huge sigh of relief that it dissolves all except love.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Diane, how about you?
Well, it's funny because I felt calm, peace, and love, and yeah, and I felt like the earth just kind of
Took a sigh, yeah. Yeah. Karen, I'm just going to have you mute yourself here a minute. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Sue, how about you? Oh, you're...
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you. No, for me, all of this whole experience and what you just took us through is also a reminder for me of the mastery that we all hold within, that we are capable of doing amazing things here. And we've done it before. We can do this again. So everyone holding hands, you know, just holding the light, keep staying together for our group, for humanity as a whole. So lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. How about the other Karen, Karen D?
I actually experienced this on Tuesday morning, where I had light come into my body like this, but it's so beautiful to do it with a group, because it's actually, you actually can feel how it's exponentially more beautiful. I mean, just, are you okay? Okay. No, I couldn't get over how I could feel the light and how it transmuted to the cell level, and then when it went up into the universe, it actually, there was this transformation that was happening. It wasn't like all the same light came back in. There was a transformation, and there was this essence of this feeling of unconditional love, and that clarity to bring back the master plan, to help us be clear, have all the energies align, and it all was light, you know, in the form of love. So, and then it came back in, and it was exceptionally grounding. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So the two words for me were extremely healing, and just aligning to the master plan.
Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. Thank you, Karen. How about you, Pamela?
You should use your tablet.
Oh, how about Linda?
Yeah. What came to me, the two words were unity consciousness. I just felt actually what you were describing with the cells in our bodies. I've been doing that work all week with on a cellular level, thanking and with gratitude to all of the cells in my body. But then you took it further, and we went interdimensionally, and I always love that, because I really felt it. I felt that all of that energy from our connections in the multiverse, we're helping, we're present, and just a lovely sense of cohesiveness and unity is what I felt.
Beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, is Pamela still there?
The immense love and gratitude and feeling of bliss, unbelievable. I was moved to tears with so much joy, and so humble and so grateful to have this kind of experience, and it to be so comfortable and so absolutely perfect. Just gifts and a blessed. I just feel blessed.
And we feel blessed too to have your presence here. Thank you. Anyone who did I miss? Jennifer Starbright.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
I could feel the back, my heart on my back open.
Whoa.
And I still feel it. It's like it's opening. It's so the energy is moving, like it opened, it's flowing. And I just feel this connection, this beautiful connection. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yay. Thank you. Did we miss anyone? Did I get around to everybody? Okay. Yeah, I thought I'm doing this from, so I have to say, you guys, wow. That it's so there. Like, we thank the pod, all the our group that works with us and uses my mouth as a vehicle to bring this in. I mean, whoa! I was just like, when we went up to the earth and beyond, I was just like, yeah, I remember this. This is what's real. This is what's real. And so I just want to give gratitude and thanks to our friend B and Jay and her and Maney and Michael and Mara and the whole group that supports us in this way. And I feel gratitude to myself that I have surrendered to the extent that I allow this to be now in a way that comes through purely. And yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, just such a beautiful gift. So, so everybody said, I heard we all got our spiritual inoculation.
I love it.
I was shown this on Tuesday.
Oh wow, Karen!
That I went on this journey that you were shown to share with everyone today. I mean, it's just.
And you got to share, Karen. What did you do? What did you do with me today? I hadn't put the invite out yet. Remember?
Oh.
And you text me and said, "When's the next?"
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Webinar. So she's like, "Hey, just want to." She goes, "When's the next webinar? I want to make sure I don't miss it." And I'm like, "Oh, as a matter of fact, it's today." So there's her soul always pushing mine too. So
I think it's telling us how important this journey just was to me. It's telling us how beautiful it all is and how much support we have, and that this interconnectedness is very important.
Yeah. Well, and I just feel grateful for this space and that I'm able to do this tonight and not be in a car driving and let's all breathe into it. Is the equinox tonight.
That's right.
So we not only did this, but we also anchored the equinox energy, the spring equinox. And if this is what's going to spring forward, remember? Forward, yay. So, yeah, overall, I just said, wow, we knew this was coming, and it's here. And this is how it looks, and I cannot not be okay here. It's not what, it's how. And you just go moment to moment. But I have seen hearts open up immensely through this time. People, I believe, it has brought a heightened awareness that you're not the only one on the planet. And what you do does affect another. And I went to get gas today because I'm going to leave early in the morning. And I said, there's one tire I want to check and make sure it's not low. And so we went to this other gas station because that makes so much sense. Fill up gas at one station and not use that air hose, but go to the next one because that was our knowing. So we go to this next one and there's a young man filling up his tires with air. And I go, oh, I don't have an air, what do you call it? Air checker or whatever, tire pressure thing, gauge. Yep. And so I just pulled up next to him. I go, excuse me, would you mind if I borrowed your your gauge? And he's like, oh no. And I said, well, as a matter of fact, would you mind just checking my tire because I said, you're familiar with it, you know? And I was like, sure. And so then he goes, it's just a couple pounds low. He goes, why don't I just fill it up for you? And as he was doing the hose, he goes, be careful with the hose. Somebody broke, there's some glass or something on it. It cut my hand. And so that could have been me. And so I said, oh, I have something for that. And I had my lovely love essential oil. And I put some of that on his hands. I said, now it won't get infected. But look at, it's just beautiful, you know, like, it really is opening up hearts, no matter how it looks. And people aren't going to be able to go backwards. Yes, you can't, you know, everybody cannot unknow that if they don't wash their hands, they spread germs. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's just basic things, no matter where you're living here, or what your experience has been or upbringing. It is doing, the universe is using it for lots and lots of reasons. So we want to remember that, and remember going through that before, and experiencing your worry is the way through. And then you just come back to you. So I just wanted, Diane, are you still there? I'm going to have you share that title of the book you were reading that you shared with me and what it means.
Sure. So this is the book. I'm going to Ireland in September, and I was at Barnes & Noble, and I thought, well, this says Celtic wisdom. I'm going to read it. Maybe I'm supposed to get back to my Gallic ways. Anyway, it says Anam Cara. I don't know how you pronounce it.
It's good.
And it's a book of Celtic wisdom. And I wrote it down here. It is an old, do you say Gallic?
Gaelic
term for, well, the whole book is for the social, but love is, and it means for a soul friend. And it's all about, well, he talks about other things too, but it means anam means soul, and cara means friend, and how you have, you know, it's amazing everything you're talking about tonight, and how we went up into the universe and we brought all this back. He talks about that. That is their belief. That is what they did way back. You know, it's a lost form. And, but like millions of years ago or whatever, we had chosen to be soul friends. And like when I met Julie for the first time, and I was so like not aware of any of this, she looks at me and she goes, "There you are. Oh my God, it's so good to see you again." And I'm like, "What? I've never seen you before." And she goes, "I've missed you. And you're so dear. You're such a good friend. I've been waiting for you." And I'm like, okay. But anyway, that's what this is about. And it's just, anyway, it's just really, and one thing he said that I read about is that I always think of our soul to be inside of our body, but it isn't. Our body's inside the soul, and the soul is all around us, and it goes out. So that was, and they had this beautiful meditation exercise for that. And he just has all this really cool thing. So anyway, that's what that book is, but it means soul friend. So
and isn't that what we're about here, is soul friends? That's the soul sync up. And what I've been sharing with people, that's funny you should mention that about the body inside the soul, because This is my new way I explain it. I go, we are huge souls. And then we go through the costume. Oh, let's see, body costume lesson. Let's see, which one do I want to try this time? Oh, let's take that one. And then you go, you squeak it over a little part of your soul. And then you go down to play the game.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's beautiful. Well, and so I really felt that Diana shared that with me earlier today, and I said, wow, look at how timely, look at how everything knows, how to contribute to the whole. So I just want to send you guys all a great big heart hug. You can send some travel love my way. I'll be heading out tomorrow, and we'll see. I feel like I might get as far as Kansas City or so. So if anybody knows anybody in that area or Southern Iowa, I might be seeing where I'm gonna bop in. I'm sure it will get revealed to me. But I feel like I'll be back in Minneapolis Sunday morning. That's what it feels like to me as of now. So anyway, thanks for everybody showing up. And again, we've prepared eons for such a time as now. And thank you all. Dedication to the remembering, to the journey, and to this time. Heart hugs, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Heart hugs.
Hugs and love.